And we are underway in Buffalo. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On 2nd and 9, Kelly. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They're led out by the former 3rd-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson. This is Bell on the dump off. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and goal, Wilson got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Kelly. Throwing left side, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they go. It's Simpson. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, it's Kelly.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
The Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall, and it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo, a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 2nd down now, it's Simpson.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Simpson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
Brown with his stick skills. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Wilson.
Quick slant to Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Miller. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Here's Wilson.
Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Now Wilson. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Kelly.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here's Kelly to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The Steelers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Wilson.
Throw right side, taken in by Swan.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try and run for it with Bell.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson to the right side, complete to Miller. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they could look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now Bell. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Bettis fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
And here come the Bills.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now a handoff up the middle. Simpson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped it well short.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Brown with his stick skills. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things things considered a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Kelly to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Kelly.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
The 20. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Kelly.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make it 24-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is Bettis on the draw. And he powers his way up past the 30. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Finding Knox there, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Kelly.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On the right side, this is Miller. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Wilson.
Got a man. It's Swan, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin with an interesting one in the AFC. The Chargers heading east to take on Cleveland. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Easton Stick. 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Wilson on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On first down, Wilson.
He'll complete this one to Swan. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now a give running left. It's Bettis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Wilson over the middle. It's complete.
And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, it's Kelly. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Kelly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Gets past one man.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After the sack on first down, Kelly. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now Brown. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson from the gun on 3rd down.
This one left side, caught by Swan.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Finding his target, it's Ward.
And he is going to have the Steelers' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Wilson.
He'll check it down to Bell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Kellen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Play action. Now Wilson. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, there you go. From red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help him along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. It's Simpson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Kelly. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Up the middle they go.
Simpson.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw, Kelly.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
58 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Wilson's going to hold on to it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A run right side, it's Bettis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Pittsburgh, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.